has this offseason been like for you?
The offseason's been good. Got to spend a little more time with my family. Got to be in Arizona, train. Obviously, it's a little different than being in the facility, but at the same time, I get a chance to focus on the things I need to work on, work on my speed, all the little things that, you go back and you watch film and see things that you can improve on, and sit down with my trainer. I'm training with AZ right now in the Kill, and just lock in and go out there and get better every single day.
Saquon, what does it mean for your teammates who were here today, including defensive coordinator Wayne Martindale?
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. It means a lot to me to see some of my teammates out here, especially the ones that were able to make it. Obviously, it's hard in this time of the year and off season, but to have my teammates and have Wayne come out, it's amazing. Not just for me, but just for the kids too. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting back to the kids, have fun, go on the field, play football, throw football around with them, show them some drills, and I'm happy those guys are able to show up.
How would you kind of classify where things stand with you and the team and the contract?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I really don't know how we'll classify that. My mindset is right now is everything's going to take care of itself. So I'm just going out there in AZ, training, working, and taking it day by day.
What are you looking for? What would make, from your side, what do you think needs to happen to get the deal done?
What do I think needs to happen to get the deal done? At the end of the day, I would like to address that. I feel like there's been some things out there that's been misleading. Obviously the sources or the stories that have been out there. But I've been public. I came out public. I've been open about it. I said I want to be a Giant for life. This is where I want to be. And at the end of the day, it's all about something that respectable. It's all about respect. And that's really what it is.
Are you saying that the reports of deals you allegedly turned down are inaccurate?
Yeah, it's misleading for sure. I think I came out and said that I want to be a Giant for life. I came out and said that I'm not trying to reset the running back market. So for those reports to come out and try to make me look like greedy or whatever, that's not even close to being the truth. But it is what it is.
Is part of it that the guaranteed money in those alleged offers is not close to what the numbers portray? I'm
not gonna get too much into the contract details, but like I said, some of the stories are misleading. I said I'm not trying to reset the market. I said I want to be a Giant for life, so I'll let you guys read between the lines for that.
The team has said they're prepared to carry you on the tag, on that number, the $10 million number. Would you play on the tag?
We got to July 17th, right? So I guess I will make those decisions or start thinking about that when July 17th comes.
But is sitting out the season, that's like the only card I guess you could play. Is that on the table?
Like I said, I mean, I think that's a conversation. Like you said, that's the card I could play. That comes up in conversation if something don't get done by July 17th. And we have, I don't know what the exact date is. We got a little bit of time in between there. So when that date comes up, then I'll have to sit down with my team, sit down with my family, and make decisions, see what we're going to do. What's the next game plan? What's the next move?
That's something that's going to... Is that something you've thought about in the back of your mind?
No, I haven't thought about it because it's not July 17th yet.
People are going to look at that and say, hey, he's willing to sit out the season. There's obviously a lot of risk in that, right? We saw Le'Veon Bell do that. And I guess you could say he did get paid, but it didn't help him long-term in his career. You wouldn't be concerned on that end about the possibility of missing time in the league during your prime?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you sit back and you look at it, obviously there is, the situation we're having with Le'Veon, and some people say it didn't work out for him or whatever. So I think I would have to sit down and actually go through that whole process and think about that whole process when that situation comes up, if it comes up. For me, it's like we got to July 17th. They can say what they want, we can say what we want. At the end of the day, I want to focus on the little things and focus on the moment. And I think I've been vocal before to you guys that I'm the type of guy that just lives in the now. Just one day at a time, one day at a time. Now, if that day comes up and I have to sit down and make that conversation, then I will sit down and have that conversation, and we'll see what's the best plan for me to do.
Do you think the Giants could afford to not have you?
Do I think the Giants can afford to not to have me? I don't view it like that because it's a team game. It's a team game. That's how you win. I will say that basically alluding to where the running back market and everything's going on. I see that. I'm aware of that. But I feel like that I'm more than that. I feel like that we finally got to a place where, you know, we're a successful team. We got to start winning games, and I feel like that I was a big part of that, and not just me only. It takes every single guy on that field to get the job done, but I feel like I was a big part of that. So at the end of the day, what the reality is, you know, I want to win football games. I want to bring a championship to New York. They know that. I think everyone knows that. I think everyone knows how much of a competitor I am. But that's the business, and that's what happens. And at the end of the day, we got to July 17th, and we'll see what happens.
When the team says, we want to prioritize taking care of our own, but you stand where you stand, do those words ring hollow to you if you're in this position, treated this way in these negotiations?
Yeah. So I would say I believe it because, you know, I've had conversations with Dave. I've had conversations with Joe. John Mayer, you know, he said to you guys public, we sat down, we talked. It's a business, though. And, you know, they have a lot of leverage with the tag. But I'm not going to sit here and say nothing's going to get done before July 17th. I can't sit here and say that. So only thing I could do is take it one day at a time. And when July 17th happens, hopefully something gets done before. If not, when it happens, then I'll sit down and, you know, see what's the next move.
Saquon, do you think in these negotiations the Giants have diminished what you've done for that franchise since 2018?
Do I think the human side of me, you know, you could come out and you could say how you feel, this and that, there, but being a professional and realizing, understanding the business, it's a business. It's the sad reality of it. You know, I never thought it would have to be this difficult to come to this point, but I got tagged. And when you get tagged, they have all the leverage. There's a lot of stuff that I can go into, but I feel like that, you know, we say family business is family business in that facility, in that building, and I'm going to stick to that. So it's not much I'm going to go too much into that, but it's a business. They can do what they want to do.
He talked about, John said when he talked to you originally, you know, several months back, and getting the tag, you weren't happy with it. Nobody's happy, you know, getting tagged. How would you describe your feelings of the whole situation? I
would say, well, everyone came out and said that I'm frustrated. Well, no one wants to get tagged. I mean, that's I mean, if you put anybody in a position, nobody wants to get tagged. But I don't think it was the thing that I'm frustrated most about is, like how I said, family business is family business, and then sources come out and stories get leaked and then come from me. So that's the only thing that I would say where frustrations come from. But I understand it. I'm well known. I'm mature enough to understand, like, this is the business. This is the NFL side of it. This is how it goes. This is how it works. So me getting tagged, was I upset about it? No one wants to get tagged. But to sit here and say I was frustrated, I was mad, I was upset. What really got me upset is that the stories that got leaked out and how misleading they were and how untruthful they were, and I feel like it was trying to, like, paint a narrative of me or paint a picture of me that's not even the truth, not even close to being the truth.
How do you get past that? Is there any bad blood that's developed through this process?
I would say it's bad blood. Like I said, you can see a whole bunch of my teammates came out here. Wayne came out here. Dave wasn't able to make it, but I asked Dave to come, but he wasn't able to make it. He had something going on. I have a good relationship with all those guys, so I wouldn't say it's bad blood, but we got to July 17th, and that's the only thing. That's how I'm gonna look at it. It's July 17th, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna train, I'm gonna get ready, and I feel like that. I'm 26. I know everyone wants to say it's about running backs, but I feel like I'm entering my prime. I feel like that it's going to be the best version of myself going in the back half of my career.
How optimistic are you if something gets done by July 17th?
I don't know, really. I don't know.
Where are the state of negotiations now? Are you talking? Are they open to talking right now, or are you kind of just in a holding pattern?
I think they're open to talking. I think I'm open to talking. But I think at the end of the day, when you really break it down and look at it as a whole, you know, it's no rush. There's no rush. We still have time. There's still time on the table to get to July 17th. July 17th is not tomorrow. It's not in a week. We still have time, and that's how I look at it. I guess maybe that's the naive way to look at it, and I could be completely wrong. But for me, that's how I look at it, and I trust my team, and hopefully I trust in the Giants that we can get something done.
Joe was very open. They pulled the offers. Did that surprise you at all? Did they go through this process?
Like I said, that's for a whole nother time.
Saquon, quick question about the market for running backs. Do you think maybe, in the next collective bargaining or something that the union and the owners can come together and find something that works out better for running backs? Because it seems like a lot of guys are just not being paid at the value that they need to be paid.
I don't know, because that's going to be in 10 years. And to be honest, I love the game a lot, but I don't see myself being on a football field in 10 years. But what I will say about the running back market and the value of it, what do you think is going to happen? They tagged the top 3 guys. We didn't get a chance to hit the open market. So when we don't get a chance to hit the open market, it hurts a guy like Miles. It hurts all those other guys. They put the cap at 10. And then when they have the tag, they have all the leverage. And that's the reality of it. But there's a personal side of it too. There's a human side of it too. And going off back to the question where Kim said how I felt like that, they're diminishing what I've done since 2018. I'm not saying that, but everyone will talk about the running back market and this and that and the third. Every team is different. Like everyone, there's a thing that goes up, and I think you mentioned it before about quarterbacks in the Super Bowl and how many rushing yards, the top rusher. But every team is not like every team. Pat Mahomes is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time MVP, and like this is not everybody have Pat Mahomes, and this is no knock to Daniel Jones, so don't even try to flip like that. And then you look at the Eagles who played. Jalen Hurts, a great quarterback. That team is amazing, but every team is not the Eagles. Every team don't have that much talent. And when you come to my situation, come to me personally, I feel like that I helped our team a lot. I feel like not only on the field, but off the field. I feel like as a leader, I feel like obviously there's a conversation of my numbers going down. I think there's a whole lot of other stuff that happened to play. It's the NFL, We were a one-dimensional team in the beginning of the season. We were running the ball. We have a great coach. We played Detroit Lions. They came in, bust that ass, stopped me. We had to switch it up, and we have a great coach with Days and with Cav, and we had a whole new game plan. We came out and found a way to get the job done and make it to the playoffs. But going to the running back market, when you talk about the running back, no, I don't agree with that. I think that it's not fair because I don't think Tennessee Titans is a great team, but Derrick Henry's one of those guys on those team. St. Fran's a great team, but Christian McCaffrey's one of those guys on the team. Josh Jacobs, the list go on and on. And I think when you talk about the New York Giants, I think even Pierce came out and said it. I have a lot of respect in this league, and I think that's how it should be viewed.
Okay, last questions, if it's about the camp. If not, Saquon's got to get over there.
Hi, I'm Luna from City. I just have a